Welcome to All In. We're glad you're here as always. And as you know, because I'm sure you've watched before, we all start with small business. We're into a lot of things here on All In, but mostly it's small business, and particularly entrepreneurs. And for those of you that are entrepreneurs out there, you know how tough it is to have your own business. You have to wear a lot of hats and do a lot of different things. And if only there was an organization for entrepreneurs that could maybe help you learn some things of how to do your business, whatever it may be. Well, today is your lucky day. Our first guest today, Dr. Justin Harlin. Doc, how are you?
I'm doing
May I
awesome.
call you Justin?
You bet.
Thank you very much. And you are with the Fort Worth chapter of EO.
That is correct.
So, first question is obvious. EO stands for?
Entrepreneurs Organization.
See, there you go. If only we had an organization of entrepreneurs. So I hadn't thought you were a dentist, correct?
I am.
But you're an entrepreneur.
Absolutely.
You know, smarter than a lot of us other entrepreneurs. But
I don't know.
But just the same, as an entrepreneur, wouldn't you say it's true that you do have to wear a lot of different hats?
Absolutely.
And how long has the EO organization been around? That's why we're here today, to learn about this.
So EO's been around for over 30 years.
Goodness.
The Fort Worth chapter's been around for almost 6 now.
Okay.
There are over 13,000 members worldwide in over 50 different countries.
So it's a very large international organization.
Very large international organization.
Wow. So how long have you personally been associated with? The whole 6 years has been in Fort Worth?
No, just over 2.
Okay. Over 2 years. And now you're actually, I guess, an officer, if you will, with the organization.
I am. I'm the membership chair this year.
Membership chair. Okay. Any idea how many members we have currently in the Fort Worth area?
Currently we have 85 members.
Very nice. It's not a very long time to get that many. So obviously it's working.
It's working and working well.
So, okay, you're the perfect one to ask them. When you're recruiting new members, how do you convince people that, man, maybe this is for you?
I tell my story.
Okay.
Because I was a dentist. I didn't know I was an entrepreneur until someone pointed out, hey, why don't you be involved with a peer-to-peer group such as EO? I'd never heard of the word EO, didn't know
Sure.
what it was. I looked it up and realized that's me.
Had no idea.
I had no idea that some of the heartaches and things that I do in running a business is truly the entrepreneur within me. So I found that organization and I meet a group of people that are just like me.
And y'all get together weekly? What's the... Are there set meetings, or do you set up individual meetings, or how does that work?
There are set meetings. EO is comprised of 3 main things: peer-to-peer and once-in-a-lifetime experiences, and then access to wonderful, wonderful, wonderful speakers.
Oh,
so
nice.
The peer-to-peer is probably what most EO members would consider 90% of what EO is about. I have a group of 8 of us, and we're called a forum.
Okay.
And in our forum, we meet once a month for 4 hours behind closed doors, and everything that occurs in there is confidential.
Mm-hmm.
What happens in the room stays in the room. And we're able to get deep about what's going on. So maybe I've got an issue within the business and I'm able to share it with the group. And what's unique about that time that we spend together is that there's not one person in there that gives me a piece of advice.
Really?
They share their experiences that are around the topics on the table.
Okay.
And while someone may share an experience that I may get a little bit of, there's another person in there that hears that experience and says, light bulb moment.
So it triggers something for them as well.
Mm-hmm.
So do you find that in this, regardless of what your business is, there's commonality with problems? I mean, everybody, if they're an entrepreneur, maybe it's messing with payroll or employee problems, or walk me through some of the common things, whether you're a dentist or a plumber or you own a television station or whatever it may be.
You just nailed it. Everything that you can imagine has to do with it. Payroll, employee issues. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do in the next year? Looks like cash is low. Am I gonna be able to keep this business? Every single bit of those. And what's interesting is I can have a conversation at a global type meeting with someone from India,
mm-hmm.
and it's the same thing.
It's the same thing. That is interesting. But I guess in a lot of ways it's pretty comforting, because you're like, man, it's really not just me.
It is.
I thought I was the only one I'm a really good dentist, but I need some help being a businessman.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
One of the biggest takeaways for me is that I can't always have a direct conversation, even with my wife, who does not run a business, for her to completely understand what it is that's going on.
Sure.
But I can, as an EO member, call a friend and say, hey, this is what I've got going, or call my forum mates and say, hey, this is what I've got going.
How are the what did you call the group of 8? What was that term?
A forum.
How's a forum comprised? Do you put your own together, or are you assigned to one, or how does that work?
So in Fort Worth, we assign, and it's from all different industries, so there wouldn't be another dentist in my group. And really, that doesn't matter. It's interesting because everybody has they're in a manufacturing company or provide a different service than I do. But again, like you said, it's all the same problems.
It's all the same problems regardless of the business. Okay, well, this sounds like obviously the type of thing that anybody could use, but I'm sure not just anyone can join EO, or there's got to be certain criteria if you want to get in.
There are. We're looking for entrepreneurs who are ready to learn and grow. Just because you're an entrepreneur doesn't necessarily mean you're actually fit in the right category. We want you to be there and contribute and be a contributing member. The minimum revenue is $1 million per fiscal year, whatever fiscal year that is.
Sure.
You must be a founder of the business. What does that mean? That means basically you can't be fired.
Fair enough.
And that's pretty much it. That pretty much nails what we're looking for. We're looking for a high quality person who runs a business and wants to learn and grow.
Are there some businesses that there's more people from a certain industry than others, or is it truly a broad spectrum of all?
It's pretty broad. Right now, I guess it's a sign of the times, there are a lot more real estate folks.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But in general, though, it's pretty broad.
Okay. And do you, when you were talking about the speakers, as a member of EO, do I have access virtually to online speakers, or do you have on-site, in-person speakers, meetings and whatnot? Both. For instance, we host a regional event every year. It occurs in September. Last year was in St. Louis. The year before that was in Austin. This year it's in Dallas. And they had a really awesome lineup of speakers this past year. Unfortunately, I was able to go. But what an incredible experience I had in Austin the year before. And that's a big regional one. Locally, we bring in some awesome people. Do you?
I walk away with so much stuff coming out. I have notes and notes and notes. It really drives me.
Where do you hold the local meetings? Does it bounce around?
It does, and what's really cool is it bounces around to a lot of other businesses that are within Fort Worth.
Yeah.
So to areas and locations that I've never seen before.
And you're a Fort Worth guy, right?
I'm a Fort Worth guy.
Yeah. So you get to, I would think there might be occasions to where you have your meeting somewhere and the owner of that place may say, you know what, maybe I need to join this.
That's exactly right.
As the membership guy, that could be an organization that sells itself.
That's true.
So when you go online, can you, like for example, you mentioned you didn't get to go to St. Louis last year, but can you go online and pick up recaps of speakers that were there? Is it that type of deal where maybe a seminar was recorded and you can still pick it up?
Yes, there are.
That's great. So when is the Dallas one this year?
It's in the first part of September. I wish I had the dates off the top of my head.
No, that's okay. We'll find it. Yeah. We'll find it. And I don't qualify just yet. I got till September to bring in $1 million with my business. Okay,
There you go.
Gives me something to shoot for.
I believe in you.
Yes, yeah. Thank you, Dave. Good. I'll sell you something after the show, and then that way I can
believe in you
in.
that much.
Again, folks, we're visiting with Dr. Justin Harlin today. He's with EO Entrepreneur Organization. Put a lot of thought into that name, didn't they? The Organization of Entrepreneurs. What shall we call it? I know. We'll go with EO. So I think it's neat that there are places like this, because I'd never heard of it. And it's you said it's been around over 30 years.
It has. And
it's been here in the Fort Worth area for 6?
6.
Okay, just making sure I'm keeping up with everything here. You
got it.
All right, good. Is it the type of business? So there's.
When you have your speakers, what kind of topics, and are they subject matter experts or just sharing their stories, or what?
No, they are subject matter experts. Okay. For instance, I went to one a couple months ago. A gentleman by the name of Greg Crabtree who makes accounting interesting.
Okay.
Wow.
Exactly.
Does he do it like in a leotard or something?
He juggles.
He juggles. No, he approaches it from a different vantage point that maybe most entrepreneurs and business owners don't look at it that way. And for me, it sets up a way for me to possibly grow my business through accounting, and that doesn't make any sense. But it's his viewpoint.
Well, but you say it doesn't make sense, and a lot of times that's the problem.
Yes.
Because people don't think of themselves as a business. But when you switch it around, I can absolutely see that working. And you're talking about debits and credits and all the stuff that bores us. So if there's somebody who can actually make that interesting,
yes.
So which it sounds like this guy could, that's a big coup.
It is.
Cool. So again, talking about EO here, Entrepreneurial Organization. It's a group of people who have been around forever internationally, 50 countries, right?
Over 50 countries.
Over 50 countries, but you have a Fort Worth chapter right here. This guy would love to talk to you to get you in. We have his info on the screen, so get in touch. It sounds like the type of thing, regardless of what your business is, or you may have a friend or family member with a business as well. If they need to learn more about EO, Justin Harlin is just the guy for the job. Justin, thank you.
Thank you, Bryan.
Thank you for enlightening us today. And all you entrepreneurs, here's the guy you've been looking for, and he's in the group that you need. Thank you very much.